What's up, guys? For the past couple of weeks, I've been lucky enough to be a part of the DayZ Creator Program and been able to play Sakal ahead of time. And I have probably about 100 to 200 hours in that range on this map already. So I have a couple of tips and tricks that I've narrowed down to help you survive this very harsh environment, which is the new DayZ map, Sakal. So hopefully you guys enjoy these tips, and to get right started, here we go. The first tip might seem like a pretty obvious one, but you are going to be making a ridiculous amount of fires. Sakal is very similar to Namalsk, and if you haven't played Namalsk, you really do need to make a crap ton of fires, and Sakal is very similar to that. So be prepared to start making fires from the time you spawn to, pretty much every 10 minutes until you get some decent clothing, and then after that you can kind of calm down a bit, but always have those materials on hand. Makes it a lot easier. And with the new heat buff system that's in place now, you can actually get triple heat buffed if you have the correct clothing, the warming up clothing, and that'll cause that buff to last a bit longer. But really you do need to focus a lot on those fires, especially in the early game. Get yourself a pot. On a lot of DayZ maps, this item is really important, super important to Sakal, because you can fill it up with snow, and eventually, you're going to be able to use that snow to drink. Get yourself a pot, super important.
Be on the
Get
west
yourself a
coast
map.
somewhere.
One of these maps will show you where some of the springs are, show you a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay.
And I know you can kind of, use the Google or iSurvive or something like that, but
Maybe
immerse yourself a bit.
No,
Get one of these maps. Try and figure out if you can, spot all the
Oh.
different springs and freshwater sources. Very
Maybe
handy
here
to have,
somewhere.
and honestly, it's going to make you enjoy this map a whole lot more if you're, trying to figure it out using the in-game map.
Thought I heard some.
One thing you're going to be able to locate when you get that in-game map are freshwater springs. They look like little dog houses, and might be hard to notice at first because you're kind of used to having
one
a
of the
pump
water
in the middle of a
sources.
city or something like that. They're all scattered on the outsides of cities. Look for like little dirt roads heading toward, away from houses and stuff, and you'll find these little shelters that look like dog houses, and basically they're freshwater springs. And they're
Sub day
super
tomorrow?
important
Absolutely
because
not.
hydration is
It's
extremely
the one last
difficult
week.
on
What
this
do you
map.
mean?
So make sure you look for these before you venture too far away from the spawn cities.
Hey, hang on, what am I doing?
Another really important thing on Sakal is fishing. The new fishing mechanics are kind of cool, makes it easier to catch fish, but at the same time, the fish don't provide as many nutrients. With that being said, you will have to fish. Get yourself a fishing pole, get yourself, some rope, hooks. You don't need bones anymore to make hooks. You can make hooks out of wood now, so you don't have to rely on finding those bones. There's also tons of fishing lures you'll find. The fishing is actually not that difficult to catch stuff, but once again, it's extremely important. Expect to spend a lot of time, especially early game, catching fish and getting those calories up. Meds are insanely important, both multivitamins and a new type of medicine called chelating tablets. And those new tablets will allow you to
Holy shit.
purify water.
You
and
gotta be
get rid
kidding
of
me.
Heavy metal poisoning, which you're going to experience a lot of, especially on this map. So make sure to stock up on those meds. Final piece of advice is to keep an eye out for both spark plugs and glow plugs. Spark plugs are used for these rubber dinghies, and you can use the dinghies to explore all of the various islands throughout the map. And a glow plug is used for something else, which I won't get into too much detail of, maybe in another video. But my advice is to hang on to that glow plug, and
Okay,
like I said,
I
the
got it
spark
now.
plugs as well.
So there are.
And that pretty much covers all the tips I have for you guys now. Let me know if you guys think I missed anything super important. We'll probably do another video later on down the road. And
There's still a locker
appreciate
on
you
the
guys
side,
hanging out and
see if
checking out the
this
video. Make
works.
sure to subscribe at the bottom.